And welcome to the show. Today we are looking at a number of things to help you get live. So we've got photo, we've got video, we've got cameras, we've got cards. Every camera doesn't have to be too fancy. You can get away with something like that. So it's a PC webcam, streaming HD 1080p, and what have we got there? It clips onto your monitor. I wouldn't recommend having it too far away. Look at the price. It's come down. It's only $52.18. I say only because we normally look at more expensive gear, but again, $52.89 to get you up and running nice and easy and straight away. That's not too shabby, and the light will be ample to give you nice like exposure. It won't be like dull. As soon as you start introducing some light, like that small light will be all right. If you can get some LED lights behind you, it gives a bit of pop. If you have a really nice stream, what's going to happen? You're going to have a better experience in your live stream. You can switch between what I'm doing now, basically. You can switch between cameras. You can do different angles. You can show a desk shot of an example. If you're doing a teaching type situation, you can show a secondary view. You can even show your desktop and your everything. And here I've got my multi-camera live stream gear. I click on that. You see I've got my first camera here. That first camera is this camera here. Then I've got the Sony, which is the top down angle here, so that's 2. Then we've got a Panasonic, which I use for my standing desk camera. And then we've got the 5D Mark II, but that's not available anymore on Amazon. So I've put the 5D Mark IV, which is the closest one you can get. And that's this camera. And then we've got the T7. And again, after that, you got like a 50mm 1.4 lens. So that 1.4 lens is what I'm using here. And then you've got the next one here, which is the 24-70. And then we've got the Camlink, which is one. It's a bestseller apparently. It's got a badge on it, so it does very well. And then you've got the little extra camera here. And that is like kind of my little thing here. Let me show you it. So that's this camera. So it allows you to have the extra bit of option for zooming in and digitally, like it does hand signal. So it's quite good like that. And then you've got a couple of tripods. You've got a top-down tripod. Remember, I have a top-down shot. Additional lightings as well. So the newer LED light is a multiple option. Let me show you this. I've got one up here and I've got 2 on my standing desk. Yeah, that's giving you a bit of overview of the setup, but you can see if I scroll down, there's loads of other stuff there. So like you need loads of stuff to get a multi live stream going. So keep that in mind. If you can get something better for your needs without having to buy a fancy DSLR, I'm going to offer you that option. And we are looking at the Miibo right about now. So this one is an interesting option. So it's a Miibo Star, the all-in-one wireless live streaming camera. How long will it go on live streaming for? Because if I've got one of those set up on my live stream, the batteries, I don't want to go over there and change a battery. I could technically plug it in, but it's no longer wireless. So would I consider that? I reckon that might be a bit pushing it a bit too far, because I like to have control over my live stream in terms of like the quality. Whoa, 6 hours battery life. Okay, you've answered my question there. I've got the whole array of stuff up here, which all that. It's not the best option in the lineup, but it's going to get you very, very close to some amazing footage. So what is this one? This is a Rebel SL3, also known as a 250D in some countries. And this allows you to be able to live stream. So you can live stream in the camera. You can live stream with autofocusing, which basically means that it will keep you sharp. It will follow you around. It's got eye focusing and face focusing, so it actually tracks you. So as you move around, it's not going to get blurry. So if you're looking to make a live stream with a photography camera, what would I suggest? Well, Canon EOS SL3, known as a 250D. That camera will get you very good quality. Majority of the stuff you would think you want to do with the camera for live streaming will be sorted out with this camera. So I use this camera for live streaming, which is the camera I'm showing you. And I purposely brought it to be able to test everything on it. So when I recommend it, I want you to get the best option. I don't want you to have to worry about, oh, does it do that? Does it do this? So you can actually live stream with it with the HDMI capture card. If you want to go even better, so this is a lens for it. This is a cheaper lens. I have the 1.4, the 50mm 1.4. The one I'm showing you right now is the 1.8. Because I want to be able to get you something for under $1,000. Hopefully, I'm keeping a bit of a budget on it. That's like kind of giving you that. So that lens there is a 50mm 1.8. So if you wanted to upgrade even further, then that would be your option there. So there. Now that is another option to give you 1.4. However, notice the price. We're looking at close to $400. So again, if the price is not a massive worry for you, it's worth the difference. I'll tell you that now. The 50mm 1.8 It's not as, it does perfectly good. You can take photos with it, you can take video with it, nothing wrong with it. Instead of $159, basically go to the 400. So I'm giving you the option of what I would do and what I have got, which I'm using. I looked at this and I thought, you know what, that would be a good option. So why did I not go with that camera? Because I had Canon lenses, which are EF mount. Remember, the Canon M50 is going to be EFM mount, which means you'll have to get an adapter to use these lenses on there. Instead of getting a USB 2-meter extension for that, get a HDMI. It probably works out cheaper, I reckon, because a 2-meter USB extension 3.0 is going to be quite a bit of money. So the next one I've got is what you would need with that card. We've got the cable there. One goes into the camera, HDMI there, out. So the mini HDMI goes in there. You've got the cable. The other one goes into your HDMI capture card. The USB goes into your computer. So far we have the cam link, we have the cable. So we're good there. We've got an extra lens for our live streaming camera. We've got an M50 Mark II camera for live streaming. So those 4 things there will get you well on the way to good quality live streaming. Instead of the card, get yourself an ATEM mini, bro. That is what you want to smash up live streaming. Yes, so Blackmagic Design ATEM Mini Pro. So that would work very nicely for stuff I do, like, you know, this kind of switching, just nice and smooth. And then you got your other desk over there, and then you've got your wide shot, and it's like everything's like flowy. And if you got more than one camera, that's where you want to be. That's the cameras I use. The 5D here, and then we've got the T7 there, then we've got the lenses which are attached. He basically follows me around, and I'll be like, okay, let's go over there. Let's show our memory wall, you know, and he'll kind of keep an eye out on us. Then he'll sometimes listen to me, sometimes he won't listen to me. I looked at the Gopro Hero9 Black, and I was trying to compare and see, wait a minute, is that a good option? Would I get the newer cameras? I'll tell you now. You know what? They're not so shabby, mates. Not so shabby at all. But then again, look at that. Is the same price as a DSLR, $398. Also, I did add a laptop in here. When you start live streaming, you might need to upgrade your kit and your setup. Okay, so laptop wise, you may need to upgrade your rig and bring in something to live stream. Ideally, I like to suggest desktop computers for live streaming. They don't overheat. You got good circulation. You can upgrade them. You can add more RAM in. You can add a graphics card in. You can go endless stuff. Then i7. And what do you reckon? Would I? It's got a good graphics, but again, for live streaming, i7 6-core CPU, 16 gig RAM, 256 SSD. You're gonna want an SSD, mate. So keeping your stuff backed up is very important. So this one is a Type-C, is it? 500 gigabyte Samsung. I've had Samsung drives before, and I reckon, you know what, are 20% cheaper. $79.99. $79.99. See, I'm convincing myself into another hard drive. What about this Sandisk 1 terabyte Extreme? 1 terabyte, 41% off. Yeah, it's got like a nice rugged feel. You may know I'm a bit of a Sandisk fiend. I've not had a Sandisk ever fail on me. I'll cover that. I'll cover the Lexar, the single Lexar that I've got there. USB 2.3, 2 terabyte, $89.99. These get a very good reviews in terms of like longevity. Let me show you what I use. Western Digitals. There's 2 of them, 2 terabyte drives. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and I will see you on the next live stream. Take care and bye bye.